Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the channel. It is April 23rd today, and it's time to do some maintenance on the truck. Now, I took it over to my mechanic, did a pre-inspection, and he found a few things that needed repaired. The rear brakes, pads and rotors. The front are close, so I probably will change the front pads as well. And there's a few other little things that he's seen that we need to address. So we're going to do that. And I'm going to change the oil. So I'll show you what I've got. So here's the rotors and there's the pads. That alone is $1,200. And here's the oil and filter, and that was another $200. Plus a few odds and ends that I have to fix that he noticed that I should address some attention to. So we will do that today as well. And we'll get this done and we'll get to work pretty soon. Oh, we got the first issue fixed. This was chafing there, and he wanted a little bit of buffer on there. So that's what we did. I don't know why they got it designed like that. You would think they'd had a bracket on the second bolts over there so they wouldn't chafe, but and even this one here, you would think it had brought it down and maybe had another bracket, but it didn't, so we fixed it. So now we're off to the next item. Well, I've got some stuff done on the truck. Got up this morning, went into town, picked up the brake shoes, the brake pads for the front and the back, waiting for some seals for the rear and axle seals. It's going to be quite a job. We've got to take the axle out, take a big nut off, pull the hub off, switch out the rotors, put it back together, and then put it all, the new pads on it. And so that's going to be a job. Working on heavy equipment is hard. It's heavy. Just everything's big, so it takes a little extra effort. Today I changed a bunch of bolts out that were on the hitch and the hydraulic tank. They were grade 5. Apparently they need to be grade 8 with special nuts, no lock washers, stuff like that. And change the oil. And I had a vibration in the truck, and he said the yoke was loose, and I took that apart and got it tightened up. So I'm hoping it takes the vibration out, and put some hose on the brake cable, the emergency brake. It's park brake, emergency brake, everything on that. So get that all done, and we're ready to roll. But yeah, we got quite a bit done today. Spent all day today, and with the brake parts, the oil change, and the other stuff that I'm waiting for, I've got about $2,000 tied up in this service to start working this year. So when people ask you to haul stuff and they don't want to pay, it's not worth it because there's wear and tear. So I didn't put a lot of kilometers on it. Now I did buy this truck used, so I don't know where we were for brakes when I bought it, but just think about if I have to do $2,000 worth of repairs to this every year, and that's nothing major. So if there was a major repair, that can add up quick. So starting your own business, if you can't do the work yourself, it makes it a lot harder. The cost would go up. If I had to get everything that I did today and get him to do it, it would have been probably another $1,500 on top. So there's a lot of cost in operating your equipment. So you got to count that when you're pricing your jobs. You can't just price the job and just make a little money. You got to make that profit and wear and tear on your vehicles and your equipment. That's just one piece of equipment. I've got a tractor, I've got a skid steer, an excavator, the flatbed trailer. They all need service. So you hope they don't break, but you never know. It's just part of the game. You're hoping that nothing breaks, but equipment breaks, and that was $2,000 today, and I didn't do much. And just wanted to share cost of what it takes to keep equipment going. There's a big cost. It's called heavy equipment, and there's always a heavy bill that comes with it. So if you're thinking of getting into it, remember you got cost of just maintenance, wear and tear. So price your jobs properly so you're making a little bit of money and have a little bit of cushion when the repairs have to come, because they will come. Anyway, all right, we got the truck done. Just wanted to share with you that there's a lot of cost in wear and tear that you got to do on your equipment, just maintenance. The excavator and the skid steer and the tractor are brand new, so I haven't had any major repairs on it. But the truck I bought used last year, I didn't know a whole lot about it. Maybe the brakes were bad last year or almost gone. So I'll record the mileage and I'll kind of see how long it'll take before I have to do brakes again. It's not a cheap ordeal. I've got about $1,500 into the material and not counting the labor. So if you can't do the work yourself, you're gonna pay more. So I'll get $1,500 to $2,000 just to do the brakes, and I'll have a full day doing the rear brakes next week. That stuff's heavy and it doesn't work fast. The tires are heavy. Everything is heavy. So you know what I mean? Like, it's hard work. So if you're not able to do it, you want to consider have a good mechanic that doesn't rip you off, or do the work yourself. So anyway, so today we had fixed a few items on the list that the gentleman gave me to get the truck ready for the inspection. We got the oil change, which was due. We've got some bolts changed in some of the mounting hardware was the wrong type of material. And so we got that all changed. Got the slop fixed in the drive shaft. So I'm hoping that might be what the vibration was. I'm crossing my fingers. So we'll see how we make out with that. Thank you for coming along. I know I didn't show a whole lot of what I was doing, but I didn't think you'd be interested in that. Oil change and changing some nuts and bolts and stuff like that. So nothing too crazy. I'm gonna go fuel it up, get her topped off, because we're doing a road trip tomorrow. I'll bring you along. Might be going to pick something up. Anyway, thank you for joining in. I appreciate it. If you like these videos, give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, I hope you please consider it. And we've got some exciting jobs coming up this summer. I've got 5 or 6 lined up now, and I've got some projects here around the house. And hopefully it's a busy summer and we can get some work done. Anyway, until the next video, stay safe. And if you enjoy the outdoors, get out there and have some fun and get some work done. Anyway, I'm going to go sit down for a minute and have a break. Anyway, later.